Let's see what can be done with Scratch. I will be referring to this manual, Getting Started with Scratch. I have taken it from the help section of Scratch tool, and I have placed it at our My Drive site as well. You can see it here, this PDF version, Scratch Getting Start version 14.pdf. So I require you to download and just go through the 10 steps mentioned in this PDF. And now we will be discussing those 10 steps here. So going to the first step, if we refer to this our manual, and here we see in the manual the first thing that what can be done with this Scratch tool, and here we will be looking at here we see these sections on our screen, and if I show you on the Scratch tool as well, that we have on Scratch tool these sections. So this left column shows the building blocks available in the Scratch tool, and this is the script area where we can place any of these blocks. I can simply drag and place here, so it is not difficult to do any kind of thing here. And of course we can join these blocks as well, and we will see how these blocks perform, and we can throw these back. So this scripts area actually shows what we want to perform, and this sprite actually performs, or this object performs whatever we want this object to perform. So the performance of this object is based upon the blocks here in this script area. So this whole programming language is based on these blocks. So in any combination we can use these blocks, and these blocks fit upon each other. For example, if I just take one block here, and I can take any block from, for example, from the sound sections, I can do it. And for example, I can go to motion section. I want to move it to some maybe 10 steps. Then so we can combine anything like this, and of course it works. And let's start from a simple thing, and then we will be going to the control. So if I just throw back these things, and now I start with a simple thing. So let's go to our manual and see the first activity. So if here this first activity is start moving, so what we want to move this object, and you can see here this building block of move 10 steps. And one good thing with the Scratch, and it is easy thing, that here the color scheme shows the original, the hierarchy as well. For example, this blue color, all the building blocks related to this motion will have blue color, as we can see here. In the motion we have all building blocks in blue color. In the control we have this in golden color. In the variables, in the operators, we have this green color. So if we refer back that we want to move our this cat 10 steps, and if I just drag this here in this area, now it is in our scripts area. So now there are two ways to execute this command, to execute this block. Either I click on this. If I click on it, this cat will move. If I click again, and now you see the movement of the cat. And the other way is, here you can see these two flags. This green flag actually performs the same thing. So the demo failed. It's not an issue. Let's see why it is failed. And I think when we have multiple blocks here, then of course it works. And then for multiple blocks, is used to stop those blocks. So for single block it is working. So, and if here you can change the value, for example I write it here -10, now it will start moving backwards. Let's see. Yeah, it is performing. So what the concept here is that we have a building block, or we have the instruction for this our cat object, and when we click on this, then it performs according to the instruction. In a C language, of course it will be a different thing, but since Scratch is a visual language, is a language that is based on building blocks, here all the instructions are given through these building blocks. In C language, all the instructions will be given through written statements. So this is the one difference. But Scratch tool is used to teach programming, and it is also now becoming a standard to use building blocks to develop these kind of works. For example, if in future you go to game programming or any that kind of thing, then you will see the major programming languages, game programming languages, are based on such building blocks. I will recommend you to go to Google and search game development engines. If you search this keyword, you will see a big list, and you will see most of them use building blocks to move the objects in those games. So the concepts you learn here is basically a foundation for you to develop the games. So what you should do, you should experiment with these different building blocks. As we have experimented with this move block, you should experiment with this turn 15 degrees block. If I drag here, and let's see what happens. So if I just connect it, and now these are two, both are connected, so you are seeing here, so the movement in -10 steps and at 15 degrees. So if I change the value here, anything like maybe 45, let's say 45, and let's see how it happens. So you can experiment with these different things and just consider whatever you can do, whatever you want to do. The experimentation will give you more and more concepts. And so let's go to the next step. That in the next step, here as it is mentioned, that we can add a sound to this cat, and here we can see these sounds. And if I just drag any of these blocks, for example, I bring this block, and now to execute it, I just click on it. Of course, you have heard the voice as well. So you can produce different kind of voices. And here there are two options available. Either you can use the available sound of meow, or you can of course record your own voice, and this cat will be playing your voice. So you should experiment with this record section, record your voice, and experiment with this thing. So let's go to the third step that is available in our manual. If I go there and see what's the third step, here it has this, they have played this play drum sound. You can of course drag this play drum from this sound section to the script area, and you can test it. And of course you should experiment with this all kind of sounds, because there, if I show you the sounds available here, if I just drag it here and show you one thing, there are around 65 sounds available. Like if you see this number at the bottom, 64 and 65, so you have this large number of sounds available with you. And of course you can record your own sound as well. You can record some song from your PC as well. So anything, any voice you want to include, you can include in this. And so let's go to the third step.